Hello, hello. Welcome back to Neptunefish Tarot. My name is Alicia, and we are about to start our reading for Saturday, February 13th, 2021. Well, look at that. We made it all the way to the 13th. We're nearly halfway done with the month. We had our full moon this week in Aquarius, our stellium in Aquarius. We've got, I think we're at a perfect square now between Saturn in Aquarius and Uranus in Taurus. Mars is still in Taurus, so we've got nice earthy energy. We've got all kinds of planets down in Aquarius. We've Venus and Mercury, Saturn, Jupiter. Am I missing anything? I think there's something else here too. No, maybe that's it. But anywho, we got a lot of stuff going on. We got a lot of stuff. Pluto's still in Capricorn, so we, you know, it's a nice balance, I think. We've got a nice balance between air and earth. Neptune is seated squarely in Pisces. We've got our nodes on the Gemini-Sagittarius axis. So we've got a little bit of all of the elements represented. So anyway, that's an aside. So today I felt drawn to the Wild Unknown Tarot, one of my most favorite decks of all time. And I decided to pull a few clarifiers with the Ethereal Visions just for giggles. And I kind of was pulled into like some shadowy oracle decks today. So we're going to do the Moonology Oracle and the Lantern Oracle. Maybe just a little darker energy, I think, is what this reading was calling out for. And I don't know, the cards just kind of popped out today, so I went with it. But we've got the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the Two of Cups and Judgment, the Father of Swords, which is the King, the Three of Wands, and the Daughter of Swords, which is the Page. Yes, the Page. And then, we got the Three of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. A lot of sevens. A lot of seven energies. We've got 3 sevens on the board. So, let's get into it. Well, here we have the Eight of Cups again. Eight of Cups, walking away from something that was meaningful, that meant a lot, right? And it just got to a place where it was time to go. It was just time to go. It was done. It was over with, whatever it is. And it kind of looks like what it is has something to do with a relationship. And I feel like there's maybe going to be, for many of us, a return of something from the past that had run its course, that we had thought we were completely done and moving on from. But I think here it shows its ugly head. And I say ugly head because sometimes, with the Eight of Cups, it can get ugly. It's just like, maybe you go round and around with this thing, right? Like, you think, oh, I'm over it, and then it circles back around, and you kind of aren't over it, and and you realize, oh geez, I've got to reconsider. I've got to reconsider whatever this thing is, and I I would say with the Seven of Wands here, I mean, stand your ground, right? Like, you know, you already know inside. Um, you already know what the best course of action is in this thing. I mean, sometimes we have to be stubborn, right? Like, sometimes we have to be stubborn. And, maybe it's other people in our sphere who are being stubborn, right? And they just keep coming at us sometimes, I feel like, so that they can see if maybe they can feel it out. Like, they're going to feel us out and be like, well, maybe I can get back in their good graces, if I just show back up. I don't know about all that. Because the Father of Swords, this is energy of, look it, you absolutely know what's best for your life. Okay? You're not about to be swayed by any outside influences. You're not about to let anybody else waltz on in and, play with your emotions or, try to sweet talk you into doing something that you thought you had already left behind. This is a king. This is somebody who's in charge of their domain, who, and it's a swords, by the way. So this is somebody who's very logical, who has thought things through. If you're gonna try to persuade a king of swords, boy, you better be some kind of lawyer or something, because this king, he's waiting. He is waiting for something solid, right? Like, he is, and look it. We know what we want, right? We want something solid. We want the Two of Cups. We want an offer to come in, right? But it has to be the right offer. And it looks like something does come very swiftly, very quickly. Daughter of Swords, oftentimes, this can be like somebody online, right? Because Daughter of Swords, these are people that, are kind of keeping tabs on us, like on our social media, that sort of thing. So it could be like text messages and, some kind of messaging, some kind of like online thing. Even like on our social media, like somebody's just dropping us a comment. Kind of up in our business. I don't know, maybe it's online dating. Maybe somebody out there is waiting for a response. But I think down here, when we get down here, Three of Pentacles, this makes reference usually to like cooperation. Like, so this would be like people who would be collaborating together. But next to the Seven of Swords, I don't know, you could take this a couple of different ways, but honestly, the Seven of Swords is somebody's like oftentimes like a player, right? So I don't know if this is us, maybe we're just keeping our swords close to our chest and we're not really giving a lot away. But on the other hand, maybe this person who's trying to come all up in here in a hot hurry is is not up to any good. I don't know. Take it as it resonates, I guess. I mean, whatever it means for your situation, but I would say that it's probably going to be fairly evident. This is harvest time, so I feel like we're probably in a situation where we're ready to make a decision one way or the other. I think you're going to know if somebody's trying to play you. I think that you're going to know how much you can trust this person who's coming in here. I don't necessarily see that we're ready to give our full attention or like a full commitment. I think there's quite a bit of pause and hesitation here is what I would have to say. Not really sure with this reading. I feel like there's some questions here, and I feel like there's some things going on behind the scenes that maybe we're not 100% aware of, but I think we have our antenna up, because there's something about it that doesn't feel quite right. That's what I'm going to say about that. So let's take a look at our oracle cards. So I pulled, two fell out actually from the Lantern Oracle. And so the first one is women supporting women. Together, we can transcend our individual limitations. And then perspective, a calm and clear mind is free to see differently. Yeah, I think so. I think this would be a really good time this weekend to consult with your friends. I think if you're approached by somebody from your past coming in, trying to make you some kind of an offer or trying to revisit a relationship that you thought was done and over with and that you were already walking away from. I think if this person tries to challenge you in some kind of way, I think the message here is to kind of hang back and to pause. I think it would be a better use of our energy to reach out to our friends and get with our tribe and maybe try to gain some kind of a different perspective over the situation as it unfolds. The King of Swords would definitely not make any kind of move without some kind of strategy and some kind of, I guess perspective really is the right word. I would say if you are faced with any kind of a decision, with the energies being as they are, we might be tempted to make a rash decision. I would say this is probably not the right time to do so. I would definitely take my time with anything that comes up And we've got 2 Moonology cards here. Surrender to the divine and have faith in your dreams. And I think I like that because it kind of gives clarity to what otherwise seems to be kind of a muddy message, kind of a muddy situation that doesn't really have any kind of clear answers or even a clear direction. I think with the Eight of Cups, we need to go back to the very beginning. We do need to have faith in our dreams. You know, there was a reason we walked away from whatever it was in the past. And I think if you sit and you remember all of the reasons why, and you stay firm in that, just surrender to the knowing that what is meant for you, it's unfolding. And honestly, the best thing we can do when things aren't real clear and situations sort of come out of the blue and they kind of like, come in unexpectedly maybe or suddenly, and they're not really clear and something about them doesn't feel right. I think that's exactly the time when we just surrender to the understanding, the belief, the knowing, the trust, the faith that what the universe has for us is coming. Better is coming. It's promised. It is promised. And we are capable of creating exactly what we want in our lives. And we don't have to settle for second best or for anything less or for anyone else's nonsense. So, if nothing else, I think that's the message right there. Have faith in your dreams and surrender to the divine. All will be well. That's a promise. All right. Take care. I'll see you next time.